Hi everyone, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you're doing over the next couple of days, welcome. I hope you're all doing great, that you had a lovely day yesterday. You may have seen some of the pictures I posted about what we were up to. Maddie got a new bike and Tilly got a bike and a princess carriage, and we had a great time. The girls were going around the circle here at the little cul-de-sac we've got, and we had my Florida mum over who had major surgery. So I wanted to hop in. I see you're all joining us. Welcome, welcome. Let me know what you're up to today. You can see I'm crafting. I'm making some samples. We have release day on the 1st of January because normally it's the last Friday of every month, but given that meant we were on Christmas Day, we decided to delay it to New Year's Day. We thought that worked better, and lots of us will be wanting some crafty time, I'm sure, New Year's Day. So you can come join me. Invites will be going out by email. I did send out an email yesterday to my followers to let you know what we've been up to. There was the pictures of the girls' Christmas presents and things in there, and I wanted to hop on because I put in that email if you wanted to chat or if you needed something to reply, and I was amazed the amount of you who responded to me and just wanted to chat. And we had some great emails going backwards and forwards last night. I haven't got through them all yet, so if you haven't had a reply, no, I will get there. I am reading them all, but we got so many replies. It was amazing. And it really shocked me, the community that we've built here at Hedgehog Hollow. And I kind of wanted to tell you a bit because I haven't been live, and some of you asked me, someone sent me a message on Instagram and said, are you okay? And things like that. So I wanted to hop in and kind of let you know that I'm here, I'm okay. But things have been a little bit crazy. So lots and lots of you joining in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't move my laptop too far over. I'm going to put it a bit closer so I can see things. So yeah, so welcome. It's been absolutely crazy here. If you follow me on my Instagram stories, you'll know that I have an adopted Florida mum because I don't have a real mum anymore, I guess, or a biological mum. But so she had major surgery last week, and was it the week before? The 16th. And so we've been doing the recovery, and there's been a couple of hiccups. So we've been dealing with all of that. And it just means that kind of life got on top of me. And a few times I kind of did actually say to Greg, I just want to quit doing this for a while. Everyone thinks this is the dream crafty job because you get to craft all day. Well, I don't get to craft all day. I wish I did. I maybe get up here once or twice a week. Quite often I get up here just before a live and I prepare some stuff and I go live and we chat and we craft. Or I might come up to make samples for something like the Chandra and things. But it's really hard work. There's not as much crafting involved as I'd really like there to be. And you definitely have the wobbles. You can send out an email and people don't read it, or, things don't happen, or you run a sale and things just, I don't know. I just kind of had those, I guess they're natural wobbles. You kind of think, did I release the right thing? Or did people not like it? All those kinds of things. I mean, we had an amazing Lift Your Spirits events. We did that free class, which I think is the second Monday of the month. Invites will go out again on the 1st for that one. And you can come join us. We have so much fun. We give away lots of stuff. And I had a surprise this time. We had a mid-month release. It was a couple of stencils, but really it was because I had an amazing paper pack that Jess had designed. We wanted to get it out before the new year. And I realized I never went live and kind of told everyone else who wasn't in Lift Your Spirits about it. So I wanted to hop in and do those kinds of things as well. So it's kind of been tough. Definitely been a little bit of a struggle. Lots of people saying it's cold here, which it was, I went over this morning for dressing changes and it was 6 degrees Celsius, which is about 42 or 43 Fahrenheit, I think. So it was pretty cold, by Florida standards, at least. So that's where I've been. I've been helping her. We've been, sorting out recovery and things. I've been having some wobbles. I guess the dream is eventually that Greg can quit his full-time job and come and work with me and produce amazing videos. And he's come up with some really great products. Maybe I'll give you a sneak peek in a minute. And I wanted to play with some stencils with you and show you some cool stuff that's been going on. I might share a couple of sneaky peeks as well for some things we have coming out January 1st. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to hop in, let you know that I'm okay and I'm here. And I thought we could spend a little bit of time on what to me would be Boxing Day. I know in Canada they have Boxing Day, but in America you don't have that here. I wanted to kind of hop in and tell you the stuff that's been going on and craft with you a little bit, because I thought maybe just some crafting. It's nothing that we're pre-prepared. It's just some fun that we're going to have together and you guys can find out. And I should let you know, so Makeaforte is doing 50% off of all Christmas. They're doing 35% off the entire store. Excludes bundles, gift cards, and the ThermoWeb stuff, but everything else is 35% off. So all the stamps, the stencils, the clear ink, the Kaleidoscope powders, all that stuff is 35% off. And if it's anything Christmassy, like Build Your Own Christmas or Poinsettia and all those things, they're 50% off, and you don't need a coupon code. Plus, if you spend $50, you get 2 free packs of envelopes thrown in. And if you spend $75, it's free shipping in the US. So they're the fun things that they have going on over there as well. So Melissa says she's got a terrible lag. I can see it pretty well on here. So I hope maybe if you refresh the page, it might catch up a little bit. Lisa says, yeah, we all need a break now and then. And Mary says, need to take care of family and stuff. Yeah, I think Elaine says the same thing. Lots of people saying that. So yeah, I think it was just a point where I felt exhausted. There was lots of family stuff going on. We just moved house. We'd launched Makeaforte, and I've never kind of really gone into it in here, but we had a business partner. She dropped out. We had to then buy her out. So now Greg and I own Makeaforte, which was not the plan, but we still have all our amazing collaborations with Alex Siberia. We have someone new coming on January 1st. We have Jess Francisco, and we have a couple of other people we're working with who I know you're going to love when you see their stuff too. So I think it was just a bit of burnout, and I was literally ready to say I quit. You can see I've had a huge clear out in the craft room. Ali's been selling off some mystery boxes and things. But just like, I just got to the point where I was exhausted. And so many of you emailed me last night that I thought it was time to kind of hop on here and say, it's okay to not be okay. And if you need to email us, you can. You can email us anytime you like. I'm happy to sit and have a chat. And I've been loving emailing you and just chatting and realizing we have such a community. And I'm going to get more active in our Facebook groups again as we go into 2021. And we'll do more things in there too. So that's kind of all of that. I wanted to... I told you about the Makeaforte stuff. Yeah, it's okay to not be okay. And honestly, it's exhausting to just feel like I love crafting. Justine Hovey went live the other day and she said, I'm fed up for just going on design teams and we have to post and we have to do this and we have to do that. And you kind of feel like you have to craft for the sake of it. And you feel bad if you're not crafting because you're not making samples or you're not doing stuff. And she made some really great points. And I guess that kind of struck home with me. And I thought, well, I kind of feel the same way. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to craft today. We're going to have fun. I'm going to show you some fun ways to use stencils. I'm going to show you a couple of things we've been working on, and you can be our little test group. How's that? I thought it would just be something easy and fun, and we can just enjoy a little bit of the day after Christmas, or Boxing Day as it is to us. So lots and lots of you joining in. Thank you for all the lovely comments that everyone's dropping here. I'm reading them just on the side here. Will Makeaforte be in your stores? We are in some stores. We go through the big distributor who's called Notions, and lots of stores buy our stuff that way. We also are in, oh my goodness, I don't want to, I'm going to miss that. Paper and I, Scrapbook, oh my goodness. I wish Emily was here because she has a lovely list of them. But we are in about a dozen stores, plus we're in a lot of the Notions, people who buy from Notions. But if you have a local scrapbook store, tell them about Makeaforte, because if you ask them, they'll probably stock it for you. And we would love to be in there. It helps us a lot. We would love to be in there too. Also, if you like shopping at places like scrapbook.com or a Cherry on Top or Simon Says Stamp, let them know about Makeaforte, because we would love to be able to work with some of those companies. But when we reach out to them, they tell us, well, it has to be customers asking for it. So we'd really appreciate if you do ask people like scrapbook.com if they would be interested in stocking Makeaforte, because honestly, we would love to do that and be able to support them as well. So do do let them know. Do let your local stores know. We love the independent mum and pop stores. We do some great things, and they have an exclusive Facebook group where we try and help them with things. And then we'd love to be in some of our favorite stores as well. But I totally get that they want to stock what the customers want to see. So do go on over and share Makeaforte with them, and you can just ping the contact us and say, I'd love to buy that in the store. But you can also buy direct from makeaforte.com. I can't tell you how many times when the little Shopify thing goes off and we get the ding on our phones, everyone around the house cheers. Even Tilly runs around the house and cheers. And you really are supporting your dream. Our dream is that this is a family business now. We want Greg to come in, and he has some great ideas as well, and to be able to produce some amazing products for you all, great collaborations. So we really appreciate when you entrust your crafty dollars to us. And so that's why if you're a Hedgehog follower, you get to know about some things first. So it's 50% off Christmas, 35% off the whole store. So everything is included, even the new releases, even the stencils that are newer that we're going to play with today are included in that. And then free shipping at $75 and an extra free gift if you spend over $50. So let's, in the UK, is it just Hochanda? Right now it's just Hochanda. We have been speaking to some distributors, but again, if you have a store like Crafts You Love or Stampot, tell them about Makeaforte, and we would love to work with them. We do international wholesale. So yes, that answers that question as well. Marianne says she goes to Hobby Lobby. She'd love to see us there. I have to say, I know some people at Hobby Lobby, Joann's and Michael's, and I spoke to them, and honestly, it is so hard, not just to get your product in, but to keep it in there. And there's so many hoops to jump through. I can't tell you how hard it is. So maybe one day, but if you support us through independence, through our own website, those things, it makes a huge difference, and it will enable us to get into those stores at some point. So yeah, so there's that. Oh, thanks, Lola. Lola says your kindness and time will be given back to you 1,000-fold in 2021. Karen says it's a full-time job itself. It honestly is. I feel like I have about 4 full-time jobs. And I'm a mum to 2 girls as well. And I have a home and a husband and all those things. So it's a really hard balance to have. But let's dive into some crafting, because that's the fun stuff. But you can email me anytime. And I love chatting with you all, and I'd love to chat. So you can do that. And we'll probably give away a couple of things while we're live as well. So stay tuned for those. So on my craft mat right now is nothing, but I thought we could play with these stencils. So this is what we released mid-month. This one was called, I wanted to call it Rainbow Road, but I was told I wasn't allowed to do that. So it's called Cosmic Road. If you play Mario Kart, or you have kids or grandkids that play Mario Kart, you'll know about Rainbow Road. And then we have this pinwheels. I think this one's really pretty too. I'm going to show you a couple of things I've made, and we'll make some fun things. This one is called Anemone, and I really wanted to call it Anemone because I love Finding Nemo. I don't know about you. This is called Bubble Stroke, and I have some really cute ideas for this one. This is called Dahlia. And then this is Hex Code. Isn't that fun? So we can try these out. So this is what Cosmic Road looks like. Here's an idea for you. You want me to show you how to do this? It's really easy, but look how effective it looks. It's so, so pretty. So I'd love to show you how to do that. And this is the Dahlia. And what I wanted to show was the fact that it's a slimline stencil, but you can also use it on a regular A2 card. You can just, pick a bit. You don't have to use, again, this Cosmic Road isn't a slimline stencil, but don't be put off by the fact they say slimline, because you can still put them on your regular cards. And then this is one that I made with the pinwheels on, oh, I can't pick it up, on Perfect Blend. So this is the Perfect Blend cardstock, and this is the pinwheels. And I absolutely love how this came out, and it blended into the purple here. I think this is so pretty. So we can try that too. There you go. So that's what we've been doing. Okay, so let's answer a couple of questions because I see them popping up. Lisa says you've got my support. Thank you, Lisa. I can't tell you how much it means to all of us here, the support that we've had. Jan says no small craft stores, just 2 big box stores. that carry limited crafting supplies. Yeah, I know that feeling. We have no independence around here at all that I found. But I do like to support them online if I can do, or shop directly at the source. I ordered some really fun things from My Favorite Things. I ordered some new lawn fawn. Just because I have my own stamps doesn't mean I stop buying other people's stamps. And you might, oh, you can't see it now, but I completed my rainbow above me. Lisa loves the new stencil, so does Maureen. Carla says, tell me the name of the something Forte company, the great set. It's Makeaforte. Woohoo! That's what goes off on my phone, and that's what you hear around the house with the cheering. So honestly, it means so much to us. But there's the website, Carla, that you can go on to. Oh, and there's something else I haven't shown you. So this is, so many of you know, we had Dora, the lovely little Pomeranian, and she was put down, but this is Bentley. So Florida Mum and I are sharing Mr. Bentley. He is a rescue. He was abandoned by the side of the road. And so he now inhabits our craft room as well. He has a little bed under the craft table. So he sits up here a lot too. He doesn't bark. He's pretty well house trained. There's a few habits we need to break, like being fed at the table, obviously at some point. But he's pretty well trained. He's house trained. And he loves being in the craft room. This is his little jumper he got for Christmas and a little bow tie, just like this. Here, Bentley. There you go. You can see his little bow tie. So, so that's that. Okay. So if you would like me to show you how to do that Cosmic Road with this effect, you can drop me a comment and let me know, because I think this one is awesome. I'm going to show you a couple of other little things as well. So let's think. How about we try this here, the hex code. I love this stencil so much. I'm going to make a manly card, because I don't know about you, but I struggle with manly cards. So let's make something more masculine. We'll take this, and we're going to take some purple tape, and we now sell purple tape in the Makeaforte store. I haven't yet found anything better than this, so I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. So I'm going to put this down on here like this. Where can you buy those stencils? Mary, you can get them at makeaforte.com, and they are available in a bundle, but it might actually be cheaper to buy them individually with the 35% off. Oh, in Lakeland. I know where Lakeland is. Sometimes we go up to Orlando, and I've driven through Lakeland. I'll have to check it out, Val. So we're going to do this one, and then I'm going to show you the alcohol ink one, because this technique is really cool and you're going to be amazed. So here I'm using some of our Eclipse black cardstock. It's 110 pound. It's really nice and thick, and yet stand up to all sorts of things. So I'm just going to stick this down like so on my desktop. I'm going to use some of the clear Color Hive, and I'm grabbing some Kaleidoscope powders. So there's just the best little pot of powders. Looks so pretty. What do we think? I think maybe some solar flare. You could do black on black, or maybe we do some mercury. I'm not sure. Let's go 2 out and we'll decide what we want to do. So I'm just going to take the clear Color Hive, which will be included in the 35% off. Oh, Lola says she hasn't really got to play with her goodies, but it's fantastic to look at my Makeaforte stash, and it fills me with joy. I know exactly how you feel. I've had so much fun. Do you know, I came out to my craft room. I did a little bit yesterday, a bit the day before, and a bit this morning. And I can't tell you how happy I was to just potter around up here, or poodle around, as I often say, and just tidy up. Because I got to look at everything and think about things and get ideas. And sometimes that's just what you need. So I just put my ink through, and now I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to peel off my tape, and then I have a piece of scrap paper I like to do this on so it doesn't all stick to my mat. And I don't know, if I want to do Mercury or if I want to do Solar Flare. I think I might do Solar Flare because it'll look kind of more metallic-y. So this is the Kaleidoscope powder, and you can do tons of things with this. So I'm just going to take my fluffy end of my brush. This is the dual-tipped powder brush. And you see how it looked brown in the packet? Well, it has an interference in it. So now when I put it on here, it looks, on your screens, it looks gold. To me, at my angle, I'll show you in a second, it looks greeny too, which is really fun. So I'm just, so that was 2 dabs in. I mean, not much at all. So a little bit really goes a long, long way. And I like to make sure it's good coverage. I like to just make sure that everywhere is really well coated. Then Greg goes, wow, tidying up is a good idea. Who'd have thought it? Can we tidy the rest of the house? Go for it, Greg. You're downstairs. Today is a crafty day, but if you'd like to tidy the house, that's great. Okay, so now I'm taking my cleanup brush and I'm just polishing it. So you see how all those little like bits, you see there how it changes color? I'll cause that. So I'm going to just put this to the side, my scrap paper, and I'm going to take some hairspray. And I'll do it this way so you can see, because I don't do it over my craft mat. I do it over here. A quick spritz of hairspray, and it's dry already. This is now totally dry, ready to go. Let's get rid of our scrap paper. And Mandy asks, can you give us some masculine ideas for Valentine's Day? Do you ship to the UK? You're having trouble with parcels. So Makeaforte will ship to the UK, and at checkout you get to choose whether you want USPS or UPS if you're shipping internationally. And the reason we did that is some people prefer the guarantee, and obviously with UPS it's easier to track than with USPS. So you do have that option. So Makeaforte will ship internationally. We're still having issues with the boxes, but we did figure out how to do that with Forte. So I'm going to just trim this down. I'm trimming it down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And you can see I'm taking a little bit off of every edge because it evens it up nicely. So we'll do this one. And I would keep these stripes because I made the cutest little card the other day with some of these strips that I'd cut off. And I would definitely keep those. So this we could turn into a Valentine's Day card really easily, a little bit masculine. Elaine said she wished duty didn't. I know, I hated the duty when I lived in England, and I'm sorry you have to pay it. I'm certainly not a fan of you having to pay it, but it's honestly nothing we can do from our end to do anything with the duty. We do the best we can. But if you have a store that you love over there, let them know about Makeaforte. They can also buy from Notions, or we're happy to ship it to them. And then, of course, there's only one lot duty to pay and not the admin fees and things. So, Rose says she loves new things and she's somewhere get to find new stores. It's 9 in Newark, Ohio. Wow, that's cold too. Is there a certain type of hairspray? No, anything will do. This is Tresemme. I think I got this one at Dollar Tree. But you can literally use anything. As long as it's an aerosol, the spritzy ones don't necessarily work. Maureen says, can you get the Dahlia separate? It's kind of bundle. You can buy it separately. Here, I'll find it for you while we're chatting. And what other comments do we have? Do I use any other type of hairspray if I don't have to? You could use a spray fixative. You can spray it with water. I'm not the biggest fan of some of the effect that it comes out with if you spray it with water. That's why I like that. And it takes longer, obviously, to dry and whatnot. I'm just going to find what happened to the Dahlia. So give me a second. So I'm fixing this on the fly. And so, yeah, you can use any of that. And then, okay, so I'm cutting this down. I'm going to talk to you while I'm fixing it. You can see I have tons of stuff on my desk. And then I'm going to grab out some adhesive. Now I organized my little thing on here. So I'm going to start I'm just sticking it down so you're not missing anything. All right, that one's trash. It's run out. Of course, they probably all run out on here. There we go. So we're going to find the dahlia for and so what else have people been have you found any really good sales going on? Let me know what you've been up to. I'm just fixing this. Just give me a mo. Okay. There you go, Maureen. It's now on there. So yeah, so I'm going to stick this on. Here, I'll do this so you can see what I'm up to. And the stencil is now on there. So I'm going to just drop you a link in here. There you go. Tracy says she finally gets to see her live. Mary says, is Makeaforte in the US? We are in the US. We actually live near Florida now. We moved from Ohio and now we're down here. So it's based down here. So I'm going to just score this here with our new bone folder that's coming. This was my sample one. You'll notice it's a bit thicker. It's a little bit more meaty than the others. It's going to have the logo and things on here. But it's a super sharp point. That's the reason I really like this. So you have to watch out. I think that's coming at the end of January. But I'm going to cheat and use it now. And Greg's not up here to tell me off. So we're good to go. So that's that. And I'm going to fold this over. You see how nice and crisp those folds are from doing that. And that little bit of extra weight in it, just I think is really nice. So I'm going to take this on. And if you give me, there you go. Now you could very easily add a really pretty, we have Valentine's Day simple sayings coming out. Oh, I know what we can use. So this is the paper pad that Jess came out with the other day. And we launched this mid-month. I absolutely love how this looks because you get 2 of each sheet and they're reversible. So you get, I basically use one white and black and one black with white. But there's one for every, or there's 2, I should say, for every month of the year. This is March. Here we can use these Valentine's Day sentiments. And you can foil them if you want to. If you love that foiling technique, you can absolutely do that. But you can see there's that on there. Now, I know that on... I'm going to find you something really cute. Forward. So tomorrow, hang on a second, Greg's camera's gone out. Tomorrow is the 12th day. See, I'm multitasking here. Tomorrow is the 12th day of the Makeaforte 12 Days of Christmas. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So it starts at noon tomorrow. And this is for my international friends. Starts at noon tomorrow. And you will get free international shipping if you spend, now I want to say it's $125. It could be $150. I can't remember. Bethany did them all for me. We sat down a while ago and did them. But if you are international and you want to shop, I can't promise what will still be in stock tomorrow. But that is an option for you. So you at least get the shipping for free as well. So hopefully, Tracy, that might help a little bit because it will offset the duty part of it. So anyway, so here is the page for Valentine's Day. So I think I'm going to do why don't we do Happy Valentine's Day? So these are really easy because, as I say, you can foil them. I don't know if I have my foiled one. I don't have it here. I did one the other day and I foiled it. It looks really pretty. So we're going to do Happy Valentine's Day. And so I just put it on my trimmer like this. I really want to do, she has that one there that says, Hey Lovebird. And I was thinking if you did that with the Dottie Ladybird, you could turn Dottie, who is in the Christmas sale, into a Valentine's Day card. So we'll be doing a class, I think, or at least a live on how to turn Christmas stamps into all year round stamps, which I think will be a really fun one to do. So there's our Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to also take, and this is one of my little tricks, is take that little offcut that we had. And look, it's the perfect size for this. Maybe we'll even do it this way. So I'm going to take a smidgen of glue. Where's one of my little glues? And I'm going to take this down here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this glue down. And turn it over and I just even it up this way. So you can see we can do this Happy Valentine's Day. Isn't that cute? Now, if you wanted to, you could also take this and you could spritz it. I keep a spray here. This one's filled with mercury and it has Kaleidoscope Powder in it. And you could spritz this and you could turn it shimmery to match your card. So you can do fun things like that too. And then we want a little bit of foam tape, which is behind me. See, I've been clearing up and I don't have everything right in front of me. Yeah, now we can see each other. I'm looking for... Oh, I know what I have on here. See, I'm trying to get more organized and yet I forget where I put everything. I did have... Okay, we're not going to foam it because I have no idea what I do with my foam pieces. Oh, there they go. These cute little foam squares that are from Gina K. We have them in the Makeaforte store because I love them so much. They come pre-cut. There's a little dispenser on the side. And they come in black and white. So I do have black ones in the store too. And then where's my very special tweezers? And this just pulls those backing pieces straight off. And they're really pretty too. Look at that rainbow on them. And every single one is slightly unique because of the way that they do the plating. No two things, no two pairs are exactly the same. No, Lola, you didn't miss anything. I just lost my phone. And there you go. So there's a more masculine Valentine's Day card. Isn't that fun? I know Greg would like to get that one. So there's that as well. All right. So, so that was that. Okay. Evie asked if the title was clickbait. It wasn't. We talked a lot about the beginning about, I'd sent an email out yesterday and I'd asked people like if they needed to chat or they wanted to chat. And so many people said yes. And then I was talking about the fact that I kind of got to the point where I was ready to quit crafting and quit doing everything because it just becomes overwhelming. So we kind of talked through all of that. That was about half an hour ago. So no, we did talk through some things. So you can watch this again later. I don't know when it's live, if you can rewind back, but you can definitely go and watch it later and kind of see, and just how, just taking a step back and being there for each other and those kinds of things. So hopefully that answers your question. Now I'm going to show you how to do this one. And you're going to be shocked how easy this is to do and some of the things I use because they're not traditional supplies that you would use. You're going to need a piece of Perfect Blend. This is not alcohol ink cardstock. It's not the glossy cardstock. It's not UPO. This is just Perfect Blend. So I'll show you another way to use Perfect Blend too, for its intended use, but I'm going to use it with alcohol inks. So that's on there. Hattie says, love the nails, which are nail function. These are actually a little bit long. They're longer than I would normally have. But I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm just grabbing out some supplies. So choose some of your favorite colors of alcohol ink. It can be anything you like. I like to use complementary colors. And I just found that like the blues and the pinks and the purples work really, really well for this technique. So that's what you want to grab. I'm going to grab myself out another pink, I think. We're going to use this one here, and you're going to need some blending solution. Now you can use alcohol if you want to. The problem with the alcohol is it can lift out a lot of the color, whereas with blending solution, it does exactly what it says on the tin and it blends together. So I like putting a piece of press and seal down. You do not have to do that part, but you'll see, particularly when you're doing a live video, this makes it so much easier because you just throw it away when you're done. And you can do a few different pieces and then throw it away. So now I'm going to take some blending solution and we're going to put it down on our piece. And I'm pretty liberal, as you can see. Like, I would love to be able to spray this blending solution, but they tell you not to. So I would probably get a lot more from it. So I'm putting down, this is Gumball. And then I'm going to put down a little bit of boysenberry. And then I'm going to put down some cobalt, which is one of the newer colors. And then I'm going to move it around. Now you can use one of the blower thingies. You can just do what I'm doing. You can see I'm just blowing on it. And I'm making some ripples. And I'm going to make it all come to this corner. And it dries really fast, so you really don't need to take long. So I'm just going to leave that. I got some really pretty like ripples and texture and things. Can you see that in there? There you go. If I move it around, you can see that. So I'm going to let that just go to the edge. And you can just leave it like this for a second. It's got some fun splatters in it. And of course you can go a couple of times, you can do all sorts of things, but I don't know if you even knew that you can take the Perfect Blend cardstock that we have that's meant for obviously ink blending, and you can turn it into alcohol ink cardstock. Now it's not going to have the same movement as UPO or the glossy. It behaves more like the glossy, so you have a limited time to work with it, but it absolutely works and you can try it out and have some really good fun with it. So you're going to need that. You're going to need a white Kaleidoscope powder. So you can do alien, shooting stars, snow flurries, anything you like. I'm going to go with Neptune because it has a really beautiful kind of light greeny blue shift to it. And it's going to work perfectly for the technique. I see a couple of emails coming through too while I'm live. So I will respond to those afterwards. You can email me anytime. Just email support@Makeaforte or support@the Hedgehog Hollow. We get both. I'm also going to take a little bit of kitchen towel and just lift out some of the excess ink. Because I'm impatient and I want it to dry right now. So, morning, Andrea. All right, so that's how my piece came out. You can see there's lots of different colors in there. There's some fun patterns in there. You want to make sure that when you touch it, it's dry to the touch. And now we're going to do the fun part. So we're going to take Cosmic Road stencil, and I'm going to reuse those pieces of tape from earlier. Woo! Honestly, it's like built into me now that that's what I do every time that goes off, because it's like we're one step closer to being able to do some really fun things too. So thank you everyone for all your support. Honestly, we can't tell you how much it means to us. So I'm going to do the same thing again in taking my Color Hive ink and making sure it's gone through my stencil. It might have needed a few more minutes to dry, but this is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Okay. And we're going to put this stencil to the side because then we're going to use this one. I have a couple of other tips up my sleeve too that I think you'll all like. So, Libby says that my crafts are always doable and she feels she can make them herself, and that's great. I really hope so. I honestly try to make it and try to do things for, oh, I didn't mean to do this color. Oh, well, I guess we're going to do a two-tone because you can do two-tone, you know. I really want you to feel like you can do them, that these are accessible. So I put the wrong color on. Well, I should say I put a color I didn't intend on. So we're going to do a two-tone effect. So you can see I have a couple of colors on the go. I wouldn't double dip my brush. So I would put one color on like I did and then add my second color in. And we're just going to like run that color through it a little bit. Okay. Do you need to seal the alcohol ink? No, you do not need to seal the alcohol ink. Lisa said, I just had to get the December bundle and stock up on all the Kaleidoscope powders while they were on sale. I love them too. Thank you, Janet. She said, take care of yourself. I think I need to do that a bit more. So now I'm going to take my cleanup brush and polish. Now, the longer you leave the alcohol ink to dry, the less the Kaleidoscope powder will stick to it. But you don't need to seal it. So you might want to like heat dry it or leave it a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same trick just to the side. In a sec. And now it's already dry. But look at that. Isn't that cool? Where's the one I did before? This one I think I did with Alien, which is more translucent. Maybe this was Shooting Star. So you can see how cool those panels look. And then we can mount them into a card. So, okay, we'll do it with this one just because I know it's already dry. Mount that into a card. I'll put this panel over here. So again, my mounting is always pretty much the same and it's fairly simple. So you can absolutely just try this at home. So I'm going to cut this down. I'll make sure I cut this side off first. So we're going down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And again, I'm going to take a little top and a little bottom just because I like the way it's positioned on there. And use a piece of our Eclipse, which I think these ones are already pre-cut. I'm going to double check. Yeah, this is 4 by 5 1/4. And when I'm going to use a little bit of glue for this one, I have kind of stopped using double-sided tape. I've gone more to the liquid glue because it gives me that bit more wiggle room. I know it takes a few extra seconds to dry, but I like the wiggle room. So that's that. And then we'll use that again. I'm going to take this. I'm using one of the 110-pound basics card bases and the incoming bone folder. I'm going to fold this. Fold this over. And then when I'm done with my live, I'm going to watch A Muppet's Christmas Carol, which is my favorite Christmas movie. And I'm going to do some crafting with a new release. So I have samples ready for you for next Friday. So I'm going to do another one of these. I just don't know. There's so many pretty things on here. Anyone else never able to decide? Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do this one. I like this. So I'm going to use scissors and then I'm going to tidy it up. I'm going to use Kindness Never Goes Out of Style. Actually, I didn't do a bad job cutting that by hand. Let's grab our trimmer out. Cheryl, the bone folder is going to be our bone folder. I'm literally waiting for them to send them. They're apparently manufactured, so watch this space. There we go. But I will do a couple of things that's coming next Friday because I think you're really going to love them. At least I do. Get rid of this piece of pressing seal. My tweezers are here. I love these because I can never get those release pieces off. With the tweezers, it's really easy. And these are great. If you do vinyl or you have a Cricut, they're the best reading tweezers. That's actually kind of how I started with them. And they're a Makeaforte thing. So there you go. So that's how you can mount that into a really pretty panel. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. So pretty. Okay, so I promised I would also show you how the Perfect Blend is supposed to work. And I'm going to use the pinwheels, but I'm also, again, I'm just going to stick to A2 cards because I want to show you that just because it's a slimline stencil, it doesn't mean you have to use it on a slimline. And I think a lot of people don't buy slimline stencils, even the really pretty ones. And I was guilty of this for a while before I realized that you can totally adapt them to what you need. So, hey Karen, welcome. We talked our feelings out, which I saw someone say is just, Kelly said it was a great idea. We all talked our feelings out and we're doing a little bit of crafting to kind of heal and recover a little bit. And I think that's going to be great. So for this one, I'm going to use squeezed lemonade and I'm going to use, I can't find it. Someone tell me, there it is. I'm going to use some twisted citron. And I'm going to use my blending brushes. These stencils are available in a bundle or separately, Mary. You can do either. Either, neither. Whatever works for you. So this is our Perfect Blend paper. So if you haven't seen it, it's what I just used for this card with the alcohol inks. But it's actually designed to blend your cardstock, your inks. So it has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's a special coating we have put on the paper. And it allows your dye inks to stay wet like pigment, but you don't have to heat dry them like you would a pigment ink. But you're still going to get that beautiful blendability. So let me show you. So if we start off with our yellow. Like this. And I'm just going to blend it kind of like halfway down-ish. Then I'm going to take my twisted citron. And you see how easy they're blending? There's like hard points. I can get a really soft edge if I want it. It's just, I love it. This was like, I hated ink blending. And if you go back in my videos, I don't do it very often because it was so hard and it always had a hard edge and I never liked how it looked. I even did a video talking about different blending brushes and different papers. And I got a lot of backlash, I have to say, for doing that video because people are like, well, you didn't give it a fair chance. Well, your technique isn't right. And honestly, it just put me off. But when I found this paper, I was like, well, that's a definite must-have. So you can see now how easily these blended together. And let's put our brushes to the side. And look at how that fade goes. Can you see how we've got the green here, the yellow here, and how gorgeous that fade is between the two? Now you want to give this maybe like 15, 20, even 30 seconds to just dry. But you don't need to heat dry it. You don't need to heat emboss it. It will just dry like regular paper. But you'll still get that in there too. I am in Sarasota. So we are over, so we're about 2 hours south of you from Orlando. It takes me about an hour and 45 minutes. Lola says she's going to try to use them today with the gold foil from the bundle box. And Lola says, how many blending brushes are enough? I don't know. Here, look, I'll show you my blending brush thing. Look, it's next to me. They're all my blending brushes, which is kind of, this is from the video we did where we compared all the different blending brushes. And then I bought some from the stamp market to compare. And I got these ones on Amazon. I was going to do them in Makeaforte, but I can't do them any cheaper than Amazon. So how do I clean the blending brushes? Well, let me show you. Here is my little unicorn from Dollar Tree. And then I got to cover this up because Greg will kill me otherwise. This is our new stamp cleaner, which is coming out next Friday. Smells amazing, by the way. And then I just do this. And then you need our new cleaning cloth, which also comes out on Friday. And it's totally clean. Like now I just leave that to dry. Or you can go straight into another one because just doing that is enough to clean it. So same. And then on here, just to kind of rinse it, and you're done. That's it. Clean, done. And they go back in my little tote, and that is it. So I'm just going to wipe this off. These are amazing. You're going to love these. They come out next Friday. It's called our Turtly Awesome Cleaning Cloth. So come join me next Friday because I'm going to have a coupon code for those of you who join me in the live. And this is a Swedish material. It's a completely biodegradable, so you can compost it afterwards or put it in your recycling. It can go in the dishwasher and it can go in the washing machine to get it clean. Because it's natural, it never goes moldy. It never smells musty. It has a scrubby side here. This is all raised, so it's scrubby. And then this side is like ribbed, so it keeps everything clean. This is what they look like when they're really well loved and they've been in the washing machine a few times for 6 months. And you can also put them in the top rack of your dishwasher. But they are great. And they come, we're going to have the stamp cleaner. We have a little octopus. You can also clean your brushes on it. He's going to be there. Look how cute he is. So all of that cleaning stuff is coming out next Friday. And if you pre-ordered it, you will be seeing there's a shipment going out to you this week. So if you pre-ordered in Hedgehog holidays, because we allowed you to, you're going to see that. So that's that. So let's mount this one up. Quick and easy mounting again. But I love that. And I love the fact it's biodegradable too. So it's like the Turtly Awesome glitter. So anything eco-friendly, we're calling it Turtly Awesome. And then again, I already have a couple of pieces of black pre-cut. So I'm going to do that one there. And let's grab ourselves a card base. And then I want to show you just a couple of other fun things. that you can try out today. And I want to show you, I want to get your opinion on something. So if you're here, stick around. I really want your opinion on something. And I also, lots of people are shopping over at Makeaforte right now. So I'll probably be live for another like 10, 15 minutes or so. So all those amazing orders that are going in, to say thank you, I am going to give someone their order for free before the end of this live. So make sure you go to makeaforte.com, grab anything you want to get, and I will do that. So So a couple of people are asking about the title. So if you go back to the beginning of this video, we talked about just kind of where everyone is and how everyone's kind of feeling a bit burnt out and things, and how close I came to quitting doing all of this, and just kind of some things that are going to change and things like that. So if you're joining us a bit later, the title might not make as much sense if you're live, but we talked about a lot of things. I'm going to trim this one off. Woo! So I'm going to trim this here. This here. If you ever want to chat, as I say, you can email me, support@makeaforte.com or support@thehedgehoghollow.com, and I'd love to sit and chat with you for a while. So I'm going to use this here. I'm also going to take a little bit of that black. Like that. And like that. So these are just the offcuts from the cards we made earlier. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to add just tiny amounts of glue, not much at all. Do you see how tiny they are? And if they're too long, it doesn't matter because this glue dries clear. But I can make it just about right, like this. And we're going to use our little pre-dispensed foam squares. And here's a tip. If you put a foam square over that seal like this, over that like edge, it'll hold everything in place too. So you don't have to worry about it. And you can also, if you need a small one, just snip them in half. Lola says she's buying another gift card. Well, you absolutely can, Lola. We would love to have you. And gift cards, I'll include that if I'm going to pick an order at the end of this. But I really appreciate all of you telling me not to quit. Definitely had some moments. And I don't know, like when I'm doing my Instagram things, maybe you can all tell me, like, do you want to know what's going on like that? Do you just prefer the positive, happy stuff and the crafting? You can let me know what you think and things like that. So I'd love to know what your thoughts and opinions and things like that are. So you can tell me whether you want the real life or if you just like the soft and fluffy. But either is absolutely fine. But look how cute that looks. And it just kind of like offsets the sentiment a little bit and adds a little fun touch. And you can just use up your offcuts this way. So I love doing this. So there you go. But I definitely had some down days and things. Now, I did want to share with you this one I adore. Now, I have an idea to do with this one, and I think it's going to be harder. So I'm not going to do it on the live because I might be here for an hour just to make that one card. But I will show you this. So Greg came up with a great idea. So hang on, I have to reset the camera so I can talk to you. It doesn't matter when I'm top down, then he knows that his camera's gone off. How many of us have bought a stamp set and taken it out of the packaging, and then it either like sticks to our paper and rips it, or it's super sticky and it won't take any ink? I'm going to put my hand up because I'm totally in that club. And I hate it. It's terrible because I've usually like, you know, it's one of those stamp sets. It'll be like 3 stamps in and I'm ready to line it up and it looks perfect. And then I lift it up and it rips, or it grips really hard to my paper so it doesn't move. Or worst of all, it doesn't take the ink very well. I'm definitely in that club. So yeah, not a fan of that. So Greg's come up with a fab idea and we'll be getting it out as soon as we can because I think this is going to be life-changing. I've been using it now for a week or so and I adore it. So this was a stamp, brand new photo polymer. It's actually in the next release. But I was trying it out and I was trying, like, this doesn't work. Look, it comes out all patchy. And this was stamped twice, by the way. And it was still patchy. And it wasn't the stamp. It was just that there was chemicals on it. And he's like, well, what do you normally do? I'm like, well, I take alcohol and then I take a sand eraser and then I do this and, you know, like, then I fix it. And he's like, well, there must be another way. So he came out with a really cool spray. So you spray it on and clean your stamp, brand new photo polymer before you use it the first time. And then it's done like this. I mean, I know they're different stamps. I was doing it side by side. But what a difference that made. I was like, wow. So what do you think? Yeah, it's a secret, Greg. We know, but it's fine. They're not going to tell anyone. So I wanted to see what you guys thought. I just want to know, am I the only one who that happens to? That you get the ripped paper and you get the, like it picks everything up and it doesn't stamp right? Or like, am I doing something wrong? Or is it something that happens to everyone? If it's something that happens to everyone, then we will release it ASAP. Because I think it's going to be, well, I love using it anyway. So, Mary asks, can I order Makeaforte stencils on Makeaforte.com? You absolutely can. They are available. They have 35% off right now. And if they're a Christmas stencil, they have 50% off. So even better. See, Maureen says you're a genius, Greg. And Stella has the same problem. And Lisa does. Okay, so it's not me. So Greg, you need to bottle it and sell it. People love it. I think you have come up with an amazing invention. So we can thank Greg for that. So thanks, babe. Rose says, what was the paper? The paper we used to blend was called Perfect Blend paper. I can get you a link. And of course, it's 35% off. And if you order while I'm live, I'm going to give someone their order for free. Question, can anyone tell me what to use to make a bubble for a shaker card? Well, you can use acetate. I like using, when I get a new stamp set and you peel that acetate off the back, I often will use that for, sorry, distracted. I often will use that for my shaker acetate. You can also, like Tonic and My Favorite Things, sell like little bubbles that you can then just stick on and they create an instant shaker. But they're the only methods I know of. So if you want to do the instant shaker, then it's Tonic or My Favorite Things. And then you have to get the coordinating die. Tonic, they come with the die. My Favorite Things, you have to buy the coordinating die. Excuse me. And then the other way is the acetate. And I have lots of videos. There's a video on the channel of like 2 different ways to make shaker cards, 2 easy ways. So you can check that out too. Greg's awesome to gas. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find something. I was just thinking of calling it stamp primer, but it's great. So Craig's awesome spray. No. Audrey says it's frustrating as someone who is new to making cards. Okay, we've got it. So that's that question. So, all right. So I was where was I? I totally lost my train of thought. All right. 2 other things I'm going to share with you. And we're going to hope that Craig stops watching for a second. So I'm going to give you a sneaky peek of something. So these are some sneak peeks. You definitely want to join me next Friday. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, you hit like, and you've got the bell rung, and then you'll get a notification. Or you can go to Makeaforte.com scroll all the way down to the bottom. You'll get our 12 Days of Christmas emails. We have a free Digi stamp coming. There's a free thank you printable coming. And you'll get invites to things like Lift Your Spirits, the free classes, and all those kinds of things. So make sure you're signed up over on Makeaforte. But I do want to share with you this. So we need a piece of paper. This is our 110-pound basics. I can hear Tilly outside on her carriage squealing with joy. You might even be able to hear it, it's so loud. But she's having great fun out there. So Dr. Smith's Super Stamp Spray. No. Just what the doctor ordered? I don't know. Maybe something like that. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to turn this in here. I need a stamp set. Anyone have a favorite that we want to use? I'm thinking, oh yeah, this one. This one. This is called Hugs. Hang on, I know you can't see it yet. Press the button. There we go. This one's called Hugs. Look at this. So cool. Oh, you matched it to me. That's a pretty one too, Loma. So this one's a little bit sticky because it's a newer one. So I'm going to put it on here. So you see how this sticks and picks up my paper? Well, this spray stops it. You literally, hang on, I have the spray here. I just have to hide his stuff that he's put on it. And it won't quite look like this, but these are my little practice bottles. The bottles we actually bought are really cute. They're purple. So you spritz it on there. It smells of cotton candy, which candy floss. I leave it for a few minutes. I even like to kind of take my, this is called a Squid Buddy, by the way, and you can buy them next Friday. So you go in, make sure it's really well clean, and then just, I like to wipe it off. Lisa says she can hear Tilly. Yes, you can hear Tilly. I'm going to make sure it's dry. All right, so now it's nice and unsticky. So now I'm going to take, you might have pre-ordered this at Hedgehog Holidays. It's called Remarkable Ink Pad. It is, I know I'm biased, but I think it is the best black ink pad out there. Mine is super juicy. This is a brand new one that they just sent because the package arrives. If you pre-ordered it, they'll be going out to you on Monday. It's the silicone foam, so it releases really nicely. It's a really strong black, as you can see. It gives you a crisp, dark image. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? I'm actually going to do a double stamp. I want to make sure it's nice. And now I'm not going to heat dry this. I'm not going to emboss it. I'm not going to do anything. It's just going to look how gorgeous that came out. And I love that stamp set too. And of course, it's 35% off. Now I'm going to clean my stamp with my Squid Buster. Like this. Take our little buddy. So the buddy's nice because it has all these little tentacles and they get in all your nooks and crannies of your stamp. And then you just take your cloth and wipe it clean. So yeah, this stamp is gorgeous. We don't have many left. It was one of the most popular. It's called Hugs. It's a 4x6, so it's a great price point too. And you get, there's pretty words on there and you can layer them up on all those kinds of things. So, so this is how it comes out. And now I'm going to take, now you're going to think I'm going to butcher this, but I'm going to take a really light Copic, maybe like these two. I'm not actually going to color, well, maybe I'll color a little bit, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to color right over the lines. And I'll lift it up in a second because I know it's harder to see. But these are like super light. And I know I'm not coloring in the lines. I'm doing a terrible job. I'm actually just trying to get a lot of ink on there because I want to prove a point. And I'm going to lift it up for you. And you see that that line has not smudged, it's not budged, it's not anything. And we literally just stamped it out. We didn't heat dry it. We didn't wait an hour or anything. We just went straight over with our marker. And look how amazing it came out. Like just whoosh, done. Absolutely love it. It does not budge at all with your alcohol markers. It also will work on perfect blend over your alcohol ink. That will work really well too. It doesn't dry on Yupo just because of the formulation. And you can't use it with water because it is water-based to work perfectly with the alcohol markers. But I have never had an ink pad that has worked so well with alcohol markers. And when we were working with our chemist to work out, the best ink pad to work with alcohol markers, I said, the one thing is I have to be able to stamp it. Immediately, I have to take the lightest shade of Copic, and it cannot budge anywhere. And we tried everyone else's, and none of them worked like this. So we're starting off with the black, and then we'll work on some different colors to go with it. We'll work on some no-line colors if you like doing that kind of thing. But I promise you that you can stamp and instantly color, and it won't go anywhere. So originally we're going to have, it's called Remarkable, it'll be out next Friday. And if you're on the email list, you'll be able to order it before we go live, because I think these are going to sell out really fast. So many people have tried this and loved it. So that is coming, and it's going to be awesome. And then you can let me know. There'll be a re-inker coming as well. The shipment was a bit delayed. So I wanted to make sure the pad was out, and then we'll get a re-inker out to you as well. So yes, Lola, they'll be available on Friday. And if you're on the Makeaforte email list, you will get early access to them. Lisa says it might be the perfect black ink pad. I think so. I absolutely love it. I think it's awesome. So that's on there. And then the idea I had with this one here is to do it. And then incoming in the next couple of months, we'll be releasing these over the next few months. We have these gems coming. This is not the case they come in. They come in the little bottles like this. But I put mine in here because I was working on stuff and this was just easier. But I was thinking of doing this, ink blending it in something kind of fairly neutral, and then putting my gems over the top so I would have rainbow bubble strokes. So I'm going to do this afternoon. You will want to make sure you are following at Makeaforte on Instagram and also on Facebook, and I will add it to our stories when I've done it. And there's little bow ties coming and hearts and other hearts and little bows, because these match something that's coming in the new release. You're going to want to use these, but these, I'll lift them up so you can see. We also have the first ever neon gems. Nobody else has neons, and some really beautiful colors coming too. So I'm really excited about those. So yes, so that's in there as well. So lots and lots of fun things on the way. Somebody asked me about the magic wand. It's currently out of stock, but there's a button where you can hit notify me when it's back in stock. And for those who asked me on email yesterday about Dear to Me, that is also back in the store. We just got a shipment in, and there is a new one coming into that collection too. So I have tons of stuff to make. I don't have time to be cooking and doing stuff. I need to be up here making. So you'll find me up here in the craft room. Maybe I'll do another live tomorrow and we can craft some stuff together. If there's some techniques you'd like to see, you can let me know. But I really appreciate all of your love and everything. I didn't even get to do the glitter paste. We just got in stock the, even put it on the table. I don't know where it went. The Gina K glitch gels, we just got them into stock in Makeaforte store. And we got the, oh, here they are. We got these. We got the white, the iridescent, and the black. And these are great because you can put them through a stencil and just have them kind of fade into the background, or you can add glitter onto them. Let's do a quick one. I think I've got a little bit of time. We've been going a long time. So if you're still with me, thank you. What was the name of the floral stamp? Marianne said it's called Hugs. And you can get it here. I'll give you a quick. No, that's not the right search box. Here we go. Give me a second. I'm getting you a link. It says sold out, so I'm going to just fix that because I know that that's not right. Okay, so while we're doing that, I'm going to start on this, and we can use this Dahlia. I don't know. I say Dahlia. And I'm going to fix this for you. Woo! There you go. So now you can buy Dahlia. Not sure. Anyway, let's add this on here for you. And we want a spatula. And I'm going to use iridescent. That's one of my favorite ones. And I'm going to take this here. So this is now in the Makeaforte store. You can get these 3 colors. That's what we're starting with. And I'm going to take this. And I'm just going to spread it through. You could also paint it through. Just a light coat. And just even on its own, it's stunningly beautiful. I'll show you in a second when I take it off. Now you can use this on black too. It will show up. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow, or maybe we'll do it at the release party. Oh, by the way, does everyone love getting the free tickets to the parties and the classes? Have you been to one? Have you not been to one? Because I love seeing you all there. So be sure that you get those as well. The stamp set was called Hugs. Maureen says now she goes whoop when she hears the chime. You see, I also just do all my stencil stuff on here too, which is great. So I'm going to peel this off and I'll lift it up for you. Hang on. And I'm just going to put this. And the other thing I do is I take my cloth and I do this with it, and it stops my paste going hard, so it doesn't harden on my stencil, which if you've ever had that happen to you, you'll love that. Yay, welcome, Audrey. Audrey's now one of our members. Congrats, welcome. Be sure to go and join the Facebook group and things. I'm just going to use a piece of my scrap paper. And I'm going to use, what do we think? Coronation Purple, Scrunchy. Where's Jelly Shoes? I love Jelly Shoes. Jelly Shoes. Or do you want me to use the matte? You can all pick. And while you're picking, so you've got Jelly Shoes, Matte, Orange, Scrunchy, or Coronation Purple. I'll show you how I store these. Now I have one thing behind me. You see here? That's actually a washi tape rack, but I put all my glitters on there and they tip up so I can see them. And the other option you have, I like these Tim Holtz jars. These is actually his ink holders, but I take the piece of plastic out and you can fit 2 layers of glitters laying down, or you can put them this way up or this way. But either way, you can fit 2 layers and all the way across, and they just fit in there really nicely. And there's a window in the top. So I have one for my glitters and I have one for my clay slices. So I love both of those. Purple, purple, purple. Okay, we'll do purple. Carnation purple. And we need our tweezers. Who has their tweezers? Who loves them as much as I do? So while it's wet, you can take any glitter you like. Tip it on. And then when it dries, this will dry in it. So you'll end up with a purple dahlia. And because it's got glitter and iridescence underneath, you don't lose any of that iridescence by putting when you put your glitter on. Because I used to do this technique and I used to put underneath like a collage medium, but sometimes I'd lose the shimmer in my glitter because you see how sparkly that is. So I'd lose some of that. But when you use the Gina K Glitz gels, and you can use the black, you can use the white or the iridescent, and they're all in the Makeaforte.com store, then you can see like how cool they look. And they don't lose any of that glitter. How cool is that? So, all right. I think that's probably enough today because I really have to make some samples for next Friday. So make sure, if you want to come join me for next Friday's release party and win some free crafty goodies, have some tutorials like this. We always have a themed cocktail, so we'll have a New Year cocktail. We'll have, maybe Greg will be up here. I don't know. Emily's definitely coming. And we'll have some other things. We'll have a coupon just for people on the live, all those kinds of things. And we'll be giving away some more stuff. So if you want to come join me again next Friday, be sure that you're on the Hedgehog Hollow and or the Makeaforte email list, because there is where we send out the invites first. And you'll get the recipe and all the things you need. So be sure to have joined those. You can go to makeaforte.com, scroll to the bottom, and add yourself to the newsletter, or go to hedgehoghollow.com and sign up for the newsletter. And you'll get to know, and the release will go live early too, so you can shop it there. So Philip asked why I was ready to quit, and you have to go back to the beginning for it because we talked about it for a good 15 minutes. But basically, burnout. And I was saying how I watched Justine Hovey's video, and while I'm talking, it's your last chance to check out. I'm going to pick one after this. And then Justine Hovey posted a video how she was fed up with stuff, and I thought, well, it's not just me. I think it's time to talk about it. And I got really, really close. I've cleared out my craft room so much. You can see behind me, there's way less stuff. There's just the release in the white box that you can't see. But yeah, I just got to the point where I was so tired and I was sick of never being able to craft. And I didn't know whether what we were doing, people liked it or not. And I can tell you, having a YouTube channel, you get some really mean comments sometimes. And I try not to take them to heart, and I do read every comment, and I always reply if I can, or if I need a reply. But I just found that I was just getting to the point where I'm like, what's the point? There's some really mean comments, and it's just all of it together. It just kind of got on top of me. So yeah, I was at a point where I was going to quit, but I didn't quit because I talked to a friend of mine, and she talked to me, and she's like, don't do this. Look how many people do love what you're doing. Just refocus yourself and focus on the creativity for a while. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking this whole weekend to craft. I'm going to go live today. I'm going to maybe go live tomorrow, but I'm not going to promise because I'm not going to put that pressure. And I'm just going to make fun stuff and enjoy what I'm making. So, and thank you to everyone who's been on this live and left me some lovely comments and things. It's been amazing. So, so that was why. Yes, I'll be watching the Muppets Christmas Carol after this. Galia says, please ignore the mean comments and nasty people everywhere. That's true. But sometimes it's kind of hard. I saw someone popped into this and said a few things, and people just do. I know it happens, and I know there's more positive than not, but sometimes it just kind of get you down. So anyway, so that was that. So let's choose an order to gift. So if yours is the one that I pick, you'll need to email support@makeaforte.com, and Bethany will take care of it for you. Right, how do I get into this in the app? All right, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the orders from today. Okay, and I picked, oh goodness, this is a name I'm not going to get right. Kim Aman, I'm sorry if I butchered that. But congrats, Kim. Email Bethany@makeaforte.com, and she will get you taken care of. We'll support@makeaforte.com. Both will get, one of us will read them, and we read those emails, and we'll take care of it for you. And as I say, we'll be doing the same next Friday. I'm going to aim to go tomorrow, so make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell, and then you'll know if I come live tomorrow. The sale runs until midnight PST tonight. And then tomorrow is free international shipping day. So that will be fun too. So yeah, so I'm going to aim to see you tomorrow. We'll aim to do some more chit chat and things. Hopefully I'll have that rainbow card done. But anyway, I cannot wait to see you. Definitely, if not, I will be here next Friday for the exclusive party. So check your emails for those tickets and things, and have a fab Saturday. So happy crafting, everyone. Thanks for joining me as always. I really appreciate it. And I'm not quitting right now. So I really appreciate you guys coming on with me and just having a chit chat. And hopefully we all feel a little bit better. And feel free to email me anytime. So I'll see you soon. Bye.